First we did lipsticks, then we did palettes. Now we're going to do everything else. This is the next video in my currency series. Hi everyone, my name is Melody. Welcome to my channel where we talk about responsible consumerism by the way of project pans, no buys, and tips on how you can be the most ethical consumer you can be. Today I am going to talk about all the other makeup I own that aren't lip products. They're not eyeshadows. Well, they're not eyeshadow palettes. And in the past, I took my lipsticks, I added up the retail value for the ones that I was willing to part with to see how much money I could have to get an airline ticket, or I had the price of the airline ticket sorted out, and to see if I had enough to buy an airline ticket with my lipsticks if they were currency, and to see if I could still maintain an really nice lipstick collection, adequate lipstick collection. Then I did the same thing with eyeshadow palettes, but this time it was for lodging. So if you want to know if I made it with those two, you can check those videos out. They're linked below. Now I am going to do the rest of my makeup, and I don't have a set objective like the cost of an airline ticket or the cost of lodging, but this time I'm going to see just how much spending money I would have in my pocket if makeup were currency. I did have, well, I just said if you want to find out if I made it. Well, spoiler, okay, I made it with the lipsticks. The other one will remain a surprise. But I had extra money from the lipsticks. So, okay, so let's get going. So each time I have used my backups also because I bought them. Now, I didn't usually buy at retail value, but I think the easiest thing to do is just go based on retail value. So this is where I keep a lot of my backup makeup. Not my lipsticks, not, well, some of my eyeshadow palettes, but we already counted those in the eyeshadow palette video. So I'm going to take these out and set them aside. And yeah, we'll start from here. And again, backups are a little bit easier to part with because they're not already integrated into my routine. The first thing I have is this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Under Eye Color Corrector. I love this thing, but I have one that I'm already using, so I'm going to be willing to part with my backup, and it is a $32 retail value. So I will go to my calculator and I will put in $32. Next, we have this Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. This is also really good. I already have one in use. This is a retail value of $29. I'm going to add that in. Okay, the next item is this Tarte Found Sealer Foundation. I haven't tried it yet and I'm dying to. I'm just waiting to get through some of my other foundations, so I'm not willing to part with this. I could not find the retail value on it, which makes me a little bit scared that maybe they discontinued it. I got this from Ulta, so I don't need to worry about the retail value because I'm keeping it. Next we have this Stila Magnum XXX Mascara. This has a retail value of $23. I don't think I'm going to part with this because even though I'm using a really good mascara right now, I am really eager to try this, so I'm going to keep it in my collection. Then I have two of these Ilia mascaras and Limitless Lash Mascara. I do really like this mascara, but it's not my favorite. So I think I'm going to say I can part with these. They're just it's just a little bit more natural than I like. I like oomph for my lashes. So those are $28 each. Next I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I like it, but eyebrows, one thing I can do from the drugstore. So I think it's worth me getting rid of this $22 value eyebrow gel. Next, I have this Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This is another one that I'm just dying to try. Stila just has great reviews on mascaras, so I'm going to keep this one in my collection. Next up, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This is at the top of the top for me for foundations. This and Tarte, which you know, and we'll get to that. I'm considering, I'm not sure, because I do have one of these that's already open, but I guess I'll give it up, but only because I have a few foundations open. It's not real. It's not real. I can say I'm going to give this up. Okay. So this is a $38 value. Then I have this Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I haven't tried this yet. I actually have two of these. Two different shades. Similar, but I wasn't sure which one, so I got two, and I think they can both work. I just don't know which one's going to be better for me. But anyway, I think I tried a sample of this, and I wasn't in love with it. I got it because it was super on sale, and I forgot that I'd used the sample, but I still think it's going to be good. Let me see how much it's worth, and then I'll decide if I'm going to part with two or just one. Okay, $39. I think that I will say I will keep one and part with the other. So I will keep Fair Light Neutral. The other one is Fair Light Beige. So let me add $39 onto this total. Okay. This is heavy. Now we're moving into the items that I'm already using. I don't think there's any other backups in here, so let's get into it. Let's start with this Nabla Skin Glaze. This is, okay, little bit of a story time. Heading into my no-buy, I had to declutter all of my other powder foundations. Oh, well, I have one loose one, which I'm not even going to count in this because whatever. But basically, I was out of pressed powder highlighters because I had to declutter any ones that I had, singles. I have a few in palettes, but singles, I had to declutter them because they weren't luminous anymore, so I knew the formula changed. They had been around too long, so I had to get rid of them. So going into my no-buy, I knew I wanted a highlighter, and this went on sale 50% off at Ulta, and for some reason that day I was super strong. I was like, I'm not going to shop. I'm not going to do it. Well, then they went off sale. Couldn't stop thinking about it. And honestly, I don't remember if I got this on sale or not, but ultimately I have it in my collection now, whether or not it was on sale. I think it was discounted, but not 50% off. So anyway, this is the one that I have. I like it a lot. It is a retail value of $24, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to keep it in my collection. Next, I have two items from the Balm, and this is the Balm Desert Bronzer Blush Combo. And I love this bronzer. The shade is so wonderful, and it is great for a blush too. So this is not going anywhere. It does have a retail value of $24. Doesn't matter because I'm keeping it. The next item from the Balm that I have is this eye primer, and I think I'm going to keep this one too because it's the only actual eye primer I have. I really like this primer, so I'm going to keep it. I know you can use other things for primers, but I don't want to. I like this. Oh yeah, I have two other products from the Balm, and they are these overshadows. I have it in, okay, I don't remember the shades of these, but it's the redhead and the blonde. These retail for $15 each, and I'm going to part with the redhead, but I'm going to keep the blonde. So I will add $15. Okay, next up I have this Too Faced palette, and it is the Natural Face palette. I wanted this for so long. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous on it, and these look really great, the products inside. Here's the deal. It smells good too. Here's the deal. I love this shade right here, this Pink Sand Blush. It could also be used a little bit as a bronzer. It's gorgeous. This one is actually, it's a little intimidating, but not bad. Highlighters, fine. Favorite? No. Good? Yes. The bronzers are too deep for me. So I will say that I'm going to part with this. Yes, it's sad, I know, and it's the packaging that keeps it in my collection in the first place, because I could probably depot that blush, although once I depot, I never use. Anyway, it's a gorgeous palette, and if you really like a heavy bronze or you have a deeper skin tone than mine, great palette for that. I just look like I have melasma when I use that bronzer. So that is a $44 value. All right, next up is this Hourglass palette. So to me, this is the better palette for my skin tone, and then that Too Faced one is better for a deeper skin tone. I love this thing. At first, like when I first put it on, I'm like, I don't see much. But then I look in the mirror, like to me, once it settles in a little bit, it's just gorgeous, and it just looks like I'm just have naturally beautiful everything skin-wise. So I love this palette. It's not going anywhere. And that, I cannot wait to travel with that palette. Here's that ABH foundation I was talking about. I'm keeping it in my collection. Goes into the pile. Let's do a little Charlotte Tilbury next. Let me see. What do I have from good old Charlotte? Alright, you guys, so all of a sudden my camera stopped, like shut down, and so I missed a chunk that I thought I was recording that I actually didn't record, but I don't know where it is. So when I look back at editing, I will throw in just a summary of what was missed in that little chunk. Or it'll just play out because you'll see at the end what I keep and what I don't, and you'll see the totals. Okay. I have 3 Cover FX monochromatic blush duos. So 2 are blushes, 1 is a bronzer. I already know what I'm going to do. This will not be hard. The bronzer I'm going to get rid of. And the 2 blushes, I have them in Pink Dahlia and Warm Honey. I'm keeping them. Those are fantastic blushes. Those have a retail value of $38. My keep pile's a lot bigger than my part with pile. Okay, here is a blush I can part with. I wouldn't choose to if I didn't have to, but I might as well. This is a Makeup Geek blush, and it's, every time I wear it, every time I force myself to wear it, it's really pretty. It's really purple in the pan, but on the cheek it looks really natural on me, but I just don't reach for it, and I don't know why, because like I said, every time I force myself to use it, I love it. But whatever. Now, I'm not going to be able to find retail value on this because I got it a long time ago and she discontinued these, but I'm just going to say it was probably around $20. Does that sound about right? That's what we're going with. Okay, next. Okay, here's a no-brainer. This Marc Jacobs Omega eyeshadow. Obviously, I'm keeping this, okay? So let's figure out the retail value on that. I don't need to figure out the retail value on that because I'm keeping it. Okay, this little Hourglass loose translucent setting powder veil thingy. The best setting powder. It's not going anywhere. Okay, next I have this Becca blush in Foxglove, which is a poison if you didn't know. These blushes retail for $32, and side note, how sad is it that they are shutting down Becca Cosmetics in September? That's so sad. Very sad. Okay. This Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Blush. I put the Becca blush in my keep pile, but I added the money on. That's cheating. So what was my brain trying to tell me subconsciously? That I wanted to part with it or that I wanted to keep it? Okay. I think I'm going to say I can part with it. Alright, so this Fenty blush. I love the color. This is the Fenty Glow, the one that came in the holiday kit. I absolutely love this color. The formula is good. It's not my favorite cream formula, but it's still really good. I'm going to say I'm going to keep it for now. We'll see. Essence Make Me Brow. I'm going to keep it. It's $2.99. Does not add much at all to my total, and I really like it. So obviously I'll keep that. This Ink blush, Incredible blush. This is, I like this brand at Sephora because it's really affordable, especially for Sephora. And I'm pretty sure this was a $10 blush. It's kind of like a whipped cream type texture. So I do really like it, but I'm not in love with it. So I'm going to pass it along. And that was like a $10 value. Okay, next I have two concealers, one from Too Faced, Born This Way concealer, best concealer ever made. I don't care what you say. Love this concealer. I'm keeping it. That's $30 retail value. Then we have ColourPop. Here's one of my issues with ColourPop is they keep discontinuing their products. They had a fantastic concealer for $6, and what did they do? They discontinued it and replaced it with this one, this Pretty Fresh concealer. That's mediocre at best. So, okay, this is going to be going. That is a $9 value. Then I have something from Melt. This is that Burnish Pot eyeliner that I really, really like. It's a $19 value. I'm going to keep it so it doesn't matter anyway. Then I have a Beauty Crop cream blush, and it is in Mauve Wave. This is the type of cream formula I really, really like. So I think I'm going to say I'm going to keep it. Two more items before we get to the remainder of my Tarte items. So this pencil I got in Ipsy a really long time ago. I can see it's an ivory lace shade, but I don't know what brand it is, so I have no idea how to even look it up. And I don't think it was a super expensive brand, but I really like it. I'll say I'm going to keep it, but I have to say it's almost to the point where I can't sharpen it anymore, so that's going to be decluttered pretty soon. And then this Beauty Crop Glow Milk. Okay, so as best I could see, it was like a $19.50 value. I feel like, because this came in FabFitFun, I feel like they said it was higher than that, but we know how that is. Okay. Next, I have 4 Tarte items, and I am just going to wrap this up real quick because guess what? I'm going to keep 3 and I'm going to part with 1. I'm going to keep my Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I'm obviously going to keep my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. And then I have these 2 Amazonian Clay 12-hour blushes, and I am going to keep Risque and part with Exposed because this one just doesn't show up very well. And this one is gorgeous. So those have a retail value of $29. All right, you guys, I will be showing a picture of everything I say I'm going to part with. The pile is not that big, but here's the total. $615.50. That's a lot of money for this little pile. And I'm not even done. Hold on. I just saw 2 more items, and then I have a few more. I have these 2 eyebrow pencils. One is from MAC and one is from Zooey Organic. I also have this eyebrow pencil that I'm currently using. These are back. I'm currently using this. This is from It Cosmetics. Then I have my Nabla Major Pleasures mascara. Great mascara. I'm wearing it today. Okay, so I'm going to keep that. Keep my It. Probably part with both of these, but Zooey Organic. Can I even find that? Okay, they say it retails for $25, so I'll give myself credit for that. And then MAC, and the MAC one says it retailed for $19. So add on $19. we're up to $659.05. So that would have to cover my food, my ground transportation once I'm there, any activities I want to do, any souvenirs. So that's not a huge budget, I have to say. So I probably have to make more cuts. But I did have that $300 and change surplus from my airline ticket. So now we're up to $960. Now we're getting there. Yeah, I think I could make that work. So there you go. There is my currency series. It was a lot of fun. I'll show you a picture of everything I'm going to keep. It's probably too much. It's probably still excessive, but it was fun. Whatever. And I love it, so it's not going anywhere. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time you spent with me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and let me know your thoughts down below. Bye!